Hello, Cancer. Your weekly love tarot begins with an Eight of Wands, a Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Three of Wands. If you're watching this reading, you're probably brand new to my channel and my readings. And every week I do these love readings for all the zodiac signs, but I always look at the other person in this connection. So in this particular connection, your person is coming in with the Two of Pentacles, temperance energy, Knight of Swords, and the King of Swords. What's the connection here between the two of you? Love. And at the bottom of the deck, we have that Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is some toxic energy, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. Yes, Cancer. Welcome. Cancer cross watchers, also welcome. You know, sometimes these readings are for you, Cancer. Sometimes they're more for your cross watcher, but believe this, I'm here for you ultimately, right? So we're going to take a look at how you guys, you and this person come in, how you see each other, how you see the relationship and possible outcomes. And of course, we're going to get plenty of clarifiers. But right away, let's start with your connection. The connection here is love, right? Two of Cups, strong love energy, a feeling of an agreement, right? You and I are going to do this. It's you and us. It's you and me, you know, against the world sort of energy I feel here. So we will come back. We'll refer back to how that turns out. But let's just get right into your reading, Cancer. How do you and your person come in? Well, with you, Eight of Wands, and for them, a Two of Pentacles. So for you, there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of activity happening over this next period. A lot of people wanting your time, a lot of news coming in, a lot of exchange of ideas and a lot of movement, you know, a lot of ups and downs. And in an interesting way, it's kind of similar for your person. They're coming in with the Two of Pentacles. They are dealing with more of having to juggle a lot, right? Juggle a lot of responsibilities, physical responsibilities. These may be extra jobs or responsibilities around, you know, the house or taking care of their home, their environment, etc. So these are just your base energies. We are going to get much deeper. And of course, if you're new to my channel, my readings, all tarot readers are different. My readings get quite specific and we go quite deep, but we do take our time going through. So first of all, I want to see some clarity on that Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is Mercury and Sagittarius energy, Cancer. So it's just a lot of ideas, a lot of passion. It can sometimes indicate a need to put some boundaries up though, right? When you have too many people coming in, too many people wanting a bit of your energy, sometimes you need to put boundaries up. But let's see, show me this. Three of Wands again, and Temperance again. Some of you are absolutely dealing with a Sagittarius, or you have strong Sagittarius in your chart. So Three of Wands has come out again, and Temperance has come out again. So there's a lot of activity happening right now around a particular, I want to say, goal that you have in mind, but you're tempering yourself, right? You're tempering yourself. Show me your person. I'm still not feeling what this has to do with your person. What flipped over? A Five of Wands. Excuse me, a Seven of Wands. So a battle. Show me more. And a Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. So clearly you two are together, right? This is a reading definitely for a Cancer where you are in it with your person. You both agree that you're together, right? There's no feeling here of this being, you know, too new or a reconciliation or anything like that. But you both are kind of right now trying to finesse something, it feels like. It feels like you're trying to finesse something for your future, for the next step. Because let me come to your person first. They are juggling a lot right now, but they're also sort of battling, you know, a lot of people in their way. There might be some obstacles in their way, but this is sort of in their way to a bounty, abundance, Ten of Pentacles being set up, having money come in, everything being good. So it just feels like it's a period of flux and change. There's a lot going on, but there is some outside pressure. There are some outside obstacles that are kind of being thrown in your way by others. There may be people who are jealous of what you two are trying to accomplish, right? Now, if I come to you, You're looking ahead for more information, right? You're looking ahead. You're being open to change. You're being patient, right? You're exercising temperance, right? So you know that there's a particular situation here that's going to need to be handled a little bit delicately. I'm hearing moving in together. I'm hearing you two trying to resonate up to a deeper level of commitment, but it's going to require a lot of work, right? It requires some finessing and some work. It requires, you know, it's like there are other factors here, I feel, that have to be dealt with. It's not just a case of, oh, okay, let's move in together. It's like there are other responsibilities here on both sides here, it feels like, that you're both being kind of cognizant of, right? Um, what flipped out? King of Cups. Wow. There may be somebody who comes in who's really like supportive of you two, who comes in and really helps sort of facilitate this, right? It just feels like the two of you are trying to get your life into a place that is the next stage, and just there's things in the way. There's some things in the way. You just can't charge right up ahead, but it promises to be, successful, right? It promises to be good. So now how do you both see each other? Well, here, Cancer, you see your person as a Five of Pentacles, and they see you as Temperance. So you indeed may be the one who has the Sagittarian energy in your chart, or you just resonate with that energy. But Five of Pentacles is how you see your person. Listen, Five of Pentacles can be quite a difficult stage, especially financially. Five of Pentacles, oftentimes, this can come out of, a falling out, a fight, a discord, strife of some kind. Five in tarot always represents discord, problems, trouble, butting heads. A break, really oftentimes exactly when we have a breakthrough, right? And so, yeah, you see, your person is dealing with, I want to say, a little bit of financial insecurity, maybe housing, because like I said over here, they're juggling a lot. They're juggling. It feels like they may be trying to, work extra jobs, do extra things, cover all bases. And some of this has to do with them rebuilding themselves. They may be starting from scratch, or they may have had to move out. They may have had a falling out with a family member or a friend, and they had to move out. You see what I'm saying? So the two of you, again, and you might say to yourself, well, you know, why aren't you? That's the whole point. Why aren't you two living together? Like, how are they moving out when they're with you? Well, you two may not be at that level of commitment yet. And so now it feels like you're trying to get to that level of commitment. And it may have indeed been one of the things that may have spurred it on is the fact that you see your partner here, your person, your lover going through this difficulty. And you may be saying, you both may have said, well, listen, this is like a pain in the ass for both of us. Why don't we just move in? And yet there's still some hurdles in the way. They see you as temperance, and so they see how you're navigating everything. And I think they appreciate that because there does feel like there's a lot of turmoil around them, a lot of chaos here, a lot of people in their way, a lot of people trying to stop them. Sometimes jealousy is an ugly thing, jealousy and envy. And oftentimes, I feel like with that Seven of Wands, when somebody is having to battle so much to maintain their position, you can see there, it's like everyone else is the one who's like attacking. They're all yelling and attacking this. And all this person is trying to do is just maintain their own like little patch. So I do really feel oftentimes with this energy, there's jealousy associated, envy, anger. Show me more with that Five of Pentacles, though. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Five of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Ooh, there you go. Okay. So your person had to deal with some real toxic energy. Let's get their energy. How do they see you? How do they see you? Yepper. How do they see you? Hardworking and happy. Listen, okay. You see me pull the cards, right? Seven of Swords. Look at that. It's the card for treachery. Treachery, futility. Futility, because see, while that figure there is busy looking back and being proud of his handiwork, he's about to step into a trap, right, of his own making. So this is why this is oftentimes such a stupid toxic card. This is somebody who, They waste their energy trying to cut corners, trying to lie, trying to deceive. This is the card for the thief. This is the card for the thief in the night, or the person who tries to strategize for your downfall or to get what you have. And ultimately, they always fail. And there is a heartbreak here, Three of Swords, and that's what I'm talking about with this five here. It feels here like your person went through some kind of breakup. And it doesn't have to be a breakup of a lover. It is a swords card, remember. Oftentimes you'll see tarot card readers pull a Three of Swords and immediately say, uh-oh, somebody was cheating. That doesn't mean that. Doesn't necessarily mean that. It's a swords card. The essence of Three of Swords is a lie. Is a lie. Is a lie. Is a deceptive communique, right? And that could be about anything, you know? A friend can lie to you. A coworker could lie to you. A parent could lie to you. Somebody could deceive you in many ways. A partner could tell you they're not going to go to work all the time and they're going to spend more time with the family, but then they go to work all the time anyway. That still is a Three of Swords energy. That still feels like a betrayal. In its essence, it's a betrayal. It's a betrayal because someone lied, because someone did not keep up with their communication, or the communication they made to you was deceptive in some way, or they went back on their word. So your person is having to deal with that. And I think that now you may be in the midst of this if you're resonating with it. You may be just at the beginning and this is coming in. If you've already dealt with this stage, we're going to move on and see what else is coming. But let me speak about your person first of all. How do they see you? Well, you are like their backbone, Cancer, and this is not a surprise. You are such a hard worker. You are a water sign, yes, and very intuitive and loving and caring and empathetic. But you show a lot of your caring through work, through your ability to work and to protect and to provide stability, right? I often think of beaver energy when I think of a Cancer, even though beaver is an earth sign, an earth animal spirit. It is associated with water, right? Because it does live in dams in the river. So you remind me of that energy. You're the one who kind of like puts all the effort in a very physical way to make sure that everyone around you is happy emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So this is good, but your person is going through it. How do you both see the relationship or your role in it? Here we just go further with the concept, with the message that Spirit wants you to know. You right now, you see your role as someone who's quite wise. You see your role right now as someone who can give stability. The Hierophant is a teacher, a leader, a counselor, but the Hierophant also talks about deep, deep devotion. So right now you have a deep, deep devotion to this connection, a deep devotion, a feeling of commitment, that like the highest level of commitment, right? It's Hierophant energy. Hierophant's also associated with Virgo. Some of you may be dealing with Virgo energy. Knight of Swords. Oh, excuse me, Taurus. Knight of Swords energy for your person. Okay. Knight of Swords, how they see themselves as someone who has to fight for it. They know that they have to fight for this relationship. They know that they are going to have to stand up to people. They know that they're going to have to get their voice together, get their communication together, get their head together, be in the game, as it were, right? Because there's a feeling here that there are people coming for you. Certainly, if your person has dealt with some kind of breakup here, some type of toxic breakup here with someone, family member, friend, what have you, that has left them a little bit, maybe even destitute or having to move in with you, right? Surely, and you're seeing that, then people have it. You know what I mean? They have it in for your person, or at least they're not going to, it doesn't stop there. It never stops there, right? If you're dealing with toxicity finds a way to sort of creep back in your life, especially when things are going good. And so your person is being really, really vigilant. Let's move everything a little bit over so I can get some more cards in here. We're going to clarify these roles here, okay? Yeah. What can I say, Cancer? This is a beautiful reading in as much as you and your person are of one accord. All right, let me get my words out. You are of one accord. And you come in, I believe, as someone here that is very, very supportive and strong for them, which is absolutely your nature. Show me that Hierophant. Empress and love. So we go from pain, distrust, treachery, heartache, financial distress, to love and abundance with your help. This is the role that you see. You see yourself as bringing abundance. Empress is all about abundance. Without the divine feminine, nothing would grow. There will be no, reproduction or production. So the Empress, also Venus energy, also more Taurus energy, strong, strong, strong physical energy, along with that love. You love your person so much. Your person. Eight of Wands again. And Knight of Pentacles, effort, commitment, Eight of Wands. Yes, that Eight of Wands started the reading and it came in for your person again because, again, Eight of Wands, Mercury and Sagittarius, it's the ability to really think big and communicate big, right? Your person is able to really see everything coming in. They're able to see it all come in. They're able to see what's what. It's a feeling of like being extremely multitasking, multifaceted, and also multitasking and efficiently so, right? Taking everything in, taking it all in and being very committed. The Knight of Pentacles is the most committed knight in the deck. The most. Will not leave his path until he reaches his destination. So this is a great outlook for the two of you who are going through a really difficult period, mostly right now because of outside interference and a split that your person is having with someone. Now, Three of Wands energy comes in and King of Swords. This is possible outcomes for the two of you. For you, you continue to exercise patience. You had Three of Wands here too. You continue to maintain patience and prudence, sit back, wait for the next the next stage, the next bit of information. Your person, King of Swords, I feel like they're really locking it down. Once everything you guys get through this period and you accomplish this task, and I do think for some of you, this task is something like moving in together, living together, being more committed to each other in a very physical way, what have you, right? Whatever resonates for you. Once this kind of is accomplished, your person really sets structure. They want structure, they set structure. For some of you, this may indeed be a new connection. And in that case, this may be a breakup with a lover, but I don't really feel it. I feel more so that this is friendship energy, a good friend, even maybe a best friend. Finding out, your person finding out that someone close to them has hurt them. But I just don't feel lover energy here. But take it as it comes to you. If that resonates for you, that resonates for you. So those are the final outcomes. I don't like to clarify those because, well, they're final outcomes. They're so maybe possible, you see the reading, you resonate with the reading, you make your moves, and immediately the reading changes because you've made adjustments in your life. It's all about your free will. But I will talk about that Eight of Swords at the bottom with that Knight of Pentacles right behind. Eight of Swords, as I was going to say in the beginning of the reading, very toxic energy, gaslighting energy, pressure from outside, okay, can be victim energy. So someone may come in and play the victim in a way to gaslight you or your person. Watch out for that. This energy I feel coming from the outside in. I don't feel like it's you or your person acting out in that way. I feel like this energy has something to do with a lot of these people here, individuals, people who are bringing obstacles to this connection. So watch out for that. Let's go ahead and pull out your zodiac runes so we can see what zodiac signs you might be dealing with. So we have, first up, some of you are dealing with, hey, Scorpio. I'll put that right over there. Maybe I'll put that up here. We have some room here. Some of you are dealing with Scorpio. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini. Interesting. Very interesting. And some of you are dealing with an Aries. Wow. Okay, I will link those readings for sure at the end of this description. And that's it for right now, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and go over to the extended reading now. If you want to join me for that, you can go to the link at the top of the description. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. This was a really interesting reading. But, most of all, this is a reading for a Cancer who's with their person, supports their person, loves their person. And you guys are going to get through this just fine. All right. I wish you all Cancer cross watchers, and everyone who's come to my channel, new and returning viewers. I wish you all love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you right back here again for your next tarot reading. Bye bye.